welcome to another great night of adventuring with the Chaotic Good Group.
Woo!
We are all fired up here, ready to go, and we want to start off every single one of our adventures with
Victory! All night.
the DM had a very special beverage over here that seems to have disappeared.
All night.
I want to know where it went.
It's right over there.
You are not getting your phone back. Water Cheetah's out here because she never gets to come out and play anymore, so we'll move her off.
Shattered Star's dead.
Better not be dead.
So what is in store for us today?
So we're starting off right exactly where we left off before.
And where's that?
You guys were inside the treasure trove of the Pirate's Treasure Cave.
Treasure!
Go ahead and put your figures back down on the map as best as where you remember where they were. We do have Kozak who was down.
Then we have Gobbledygook eaten alive.
Gobbledygook was over here, hiding. Well, actually, he was swimming around in the gold doubloons. Okay, so right now, what we're going to go ahead. You got up, you got healed. You guys are healed, fully healed. We're out of combat. So that's one of the nice things about Open Legend. When the combat's over, you don't have to go through the process of healing and doing all those kind of things, all right? However, your buffs that you had have been dropped unless you were able to maintain them. So did anybody maintain? You didn't have a buff maintained? The boons?
The boons.
The boons have buffs. Yours got. I took yours away with an exceptional hit.
Telepathy's still going.
and
Telepathy is still on the roll.
And
Okay.
the acorn light.
You're gonna have to go let that dog out. She's gonna sit there and bark.
Okay.
Somebody will have to go let my dog out. Sorry there. All right, and you can hear me as you go, Verdark, as you run away. So basically, what we've got going on here is that we are missing a person tonight. We lost one of our players. Gobbledygook got sick. He's at home sleeping, resting, we hope. He told me 2 hours ago, so I had to improvise. I think I'm going to kill your character for doing that to me.
After
Oh,
we
feel
just
better?
got a beautiful mini by who?
Oh, look at this.
Arian
That would be Arian
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Painted by Arian Blackthorn, created by Kozak.
Twitter at Arian Blackthorn.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, leave it
with a
open.
pencil.
Just leave it open. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go through this. Oh,
You can
Don't
you
you
can
dare.
build these models, but you can't put that
Don't
little
you
pedal
dare.
together.
I built the model. He paints.
That's not even
That's
funny.
true.
Back into the chamber.
Good man.
There is more. There.
Oh,
Somebody's
This
dying.
adventure's starting off just right.
Somebody's dying tonight.
This mission's starting off just right.
And I'm back.
There is more gold in here than you guys can carry out.
we got Gook.
Is that a challenge?
I'm just telling you, there's tens of thousands of gold doubloons in here. There is a fancy crown that's laying up on top of the dead king.
All I know
Wait
is
a
there's
minute.
some liquid gold right here.
There's a.
Why
keg,
don't
but
we
that's-
use this treasure and
pencil.
buy your mom back with it?
We can try to do that. Bribe our way in.
Bribe her way in. Let's just bribe it to buy her.
Oh,
How would you propose moving said treasure?
We wouldn't have to move
I
it.
have an
he knows
idea.
where it's at.
I take one of my hatches and the big keg right there, barrel. I just crack a little hole in it and I lean it over.
This
And
will
I
take a while.
empty it. Now we can put the gold in there and roll it.
About a third of the gold fits in that huge barrel.
third. All right, so we got some of it. Now, no other cool items, no blades or anything else.
No,
like that?
various trinkets, cups, pirate treasure, swords, necklaces.
Can I detect for magic? Just kidding.
You can. You absolutely can.
I find the biggest box that I can hold in my hands, which is what?
As small as you guys are, you're not going to be able to get half of this stuff out of here.
No, just biggest box, because that I'm going to dimensional. I'm gonna send it into another dimension full of gold. So that's another small portion.
Okay. Then what are we gonna do?
I guess we're leaving it, and we'll.
No, you can take some gold. Go ahead.
All right.
Who's leading the way out?
Gobbledygook.
All right.
Scout to the fore.
Scout to the front. So give me a marching order heading out. So this is the once again you're going to be heading out of the tunnel where you have to crawl. I still want to know how you're going to get that barrel through that small opening.
The
Well,
same
we'll
way it
figure
got
that out.
in.
We'll figure that out. That barrel is look. See, Gobbledygook has to crawl. Look at the size of that barrel, full of gold.
Yeah.
We'll give it a try. Now, Gobbledygook heads out and he goes through. Now, Gobbledygook happens to have sticky fingers, so he's got doubloons in his pockets. He's got all this kind of stuff. As he heads out through the door, you see his feet disappear when the whole thing comes crashing down, caving in. You hear a voice. Who steals my treasure?
It isn't that thing we just killed, is it?
It
Again,
echoes through the whole area. It gets dark.
You keep what you kill.
It's not
Dark.
stolen if we earned it.
The whole place is now pitch black.
Oh, he even absorbs the acorn light.
As he did the acorns on the paper. You guys are standing in total darkness. You hear wind whispering around in here. The sand is starting to blow. It swirls around the room. The musty smell in here is unbelievable, except now, not only is it dry musty, but you sense moisture.
We call that an incidental boon or a bane.
An incidental bang. Your feet, you feel a little, the sand is now like, you know when you're on the beach and your sand starts to get wet and your feet start to sink into the sand as it's getting wet? The water is beginning to rise in the chamber.
I don't
And it's
like
dark.
this. I don't like it.
Well, I'm gonna have to cast light to see if I can see.
Okay?
So pray to Iomedae to light up my hands so that we may all be able to see through this foul darkness.
Okay? I believe you guys are all going to be together over here. You got a barrel of gold. We got him over here. You light up a 10-foot space. The
what
rest
do
of
we
it, the
see?
magical darkness is dampening the light. It's still very powerful. The spirit speaks again. Who steals my treasure? You will face the curse.
Pirate's curse.
My name is
Yo,
Vandaric,
yo,
and I earned this
a pirate's
gold.
tale for me.
Yo-ho!
Judgmental no
The
tell.
one that stole your treasure is already out. He's gone.
He did too, and he set it off as he walked past. There was basically a line at the end. Once the first piece of treasure left, as he went whoop, we can now get rid of him for the night. He's on the other side. I wonder if he's going to come back for you guys. Stay tuned in our next adventure to see if Gobbledygook actually comes back or if he runs away.
All right. What can we do to appease you?
Return my treasure.
Well, you need to let us out to go get your treasure.
No one leaves. Once the treasure leaves, this room is sealed.
I say we see if we can find a way out. I'm gonna go to the walls and start knocking on walls with the back of my axe. See if I can
Ooh. Okay.
start tapping away. I'll start from right where the barrel is and work my way that way.
What you gonna do, Knuckles?
I go to the door with a
You're
right, block down. It's,
Mhm.
it just dropped, right? A piece of wall.
the sand.
It's
The
sand.
sand just filled it up. And for some reason, you're not sure why, but you've seen, and I don't know the distance of your telepathy normally works, but at this point you have lost contact with Gobbledygook. You can no longer sense or feel his thoughts.
Doesn't that make sense?
Everybody else
see
is
what I
still
did there?
connected. Everybody else is still connected, but he seems to have just, apparently be sick in bed and you can't find him. Could have been when you picked up the treasure this all happened, or it could have been when somebody walked out of the room. Thank
worst
God
part
the scout
is-
went first.
I head straight to the throne.
Okay. My little man Knuckles.
Right. And I'm going to use perception to see if there's a lever or some such
Oh.
upon it.
Okay. So you're doing that as you're looking through. Radara.
I pull out my mug. Kid Killian, light the way. And I ask him to light up my mug.
Ooh. So your light spell's coming out of your mug. That's going to give you a 10-foot light.
Now, the spell is complete.
Beautiful.
And I believe I can still move.
Yep.
So I'm looking for areas, hidden doors, what have you, that will be big enough to get a barrel into the room that did not come through the small passageway.
Okay. So you're starting over here. He's starting over there. Acrocel is praying to Iomade.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up the top of that barrel and empty it out too.
Oh, you're going to pour the gold back out on
Pour
the
the
floor.
cold back out on the floor there and apologize for our obvious misdeed here of gathering up things that were not ours to take in the first place, and
Okay.
apologize profusely for our profaning of his area. Mighty creature, Iomade has showed me a better way, and we apologize that we thought it was some other creature's booty that we were taking with. So therefore, I want to give this back to you and apologize again for our affront to your
Oh.
self.
Returning the cursed treasure.
Yes.
All right, so you dump it out all over the floor over here. We'll just give you another pile over there with your barrel. Okay, rolls. You two guys over there, give me rolls, the three of you.
Perception.
Use whatever skill you think is going to help you find your way out. Oh, hold on a second. As you begin to look, this might just be a perfect time for a skill challenge.
Oh, wouldn't it just? Move on to the logic.
We
portion
are
of this
into
evening.
the skill challenge. Therefore, you have all given me some excellent role plays. In your first roll, you will be using an ability based on what it was you told me you were doing. All right, we need to get up to 8 successes to 4 failures. The number to beat is a 14.
All right, tapping on a wall with a 10.
With a 10.
Wait, is that a 7? No, it's not.
With a 10.
Yes.
Okay. This could be over fast.
14. There it is. 15.
15.
Nice.
You notice as you look around and you're finding things on here, that crown looks really interesting.
Boy. So of course,
Very interesting. Yeah,
the crown looks interesting.
very good.
I'm rapping on the walls, using
Using
my
strength.
strength, listening for hollow sounds. 22.
Nice.
You beat the number by
22. 8.
so close. The double success happens at 10.
Ah,
Another one. So you are tapping along. Tap, 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 tap. Ooh. Tap, tap, tap. You're not sure about this section in here. Feels kind of weird. You're out looking at it like the Masons didn't do a very good job on this wall.
Obviously not dwarves.
Yes. Dwarves can see. Acrocel?
I'm gonna use my will to try to convince him of our pure sincerity in being apologetic in our definite stealing of this cursed treasure. Please don't hurt us. Please don't hurt us. Please don't hurt us. 16.
Woo! You guys are on a roll. You guys are on a roll. Please continue.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my other axe so I can double tap.
Both hands.
That is a 16.
You notice some areas over here too where the walls really seem to be, as you're tapping along, you are working your way down, and you think that, what's the matter? You missed the dice?
Oh yeah, but
Each time.
We'll drive on next time.
So as you go through, the walls are incredibly solid on this side, very well together. You're like, there's no way there's a door over here. As you
On my
continue
side.
along. On your side, yep. You're continuing along.
All right. Time to use
Knuckles Vaughn. What you
Knuckles
gonna do,
Vaughn.
Knuckles Vaughn?
I'm going to
You
reach
inspected
for the
him.
crown using my perception to see if there's anything amiss.
Ooh, what are you gonna do with said crown?
It's broken.
You're gonna remove it from his head?
How about I use perception to see if I can? You know what? Could I? What if I? Yeah, I will have to use perception to see if I notice maybe an aura upon it or something of ill intent.
Very good.
Knuckles Bond says no, he
Oh,
didn't
wait.
notice anything. It's completely none. That's a pretty crown. I don't know if I want to move it.
I'm not even gonna have to do an interpretation. I think that was perfect. You got your hands on it. You're grabbing it. You actually looks like maybe one of the points on it actually cut your finger, and you're bleeding now. You're like, oh, this thing hurts.
Should I take 3?
So anyone who's not dwarven knows that it's all in the details. And so usually the details are in the lower section. And you must go higher.
Okay.
Going for a body slam.
Oh.
Or Dark's gone straight up Super Mario.
25.
Oh, that's a 9, sorry.
9, 25.
25.
11 over. I got a running start.
There's like the top is almost caving. There's like you're starting to create holes
It's
in the
probably
wall.
due to
Rocks
the
are
poor
falling through to the other side.
workmanship. They'll probably start a caving.
You could.
Let us see.
Yeah, get 3 more of these. Let's see what happens. Back or so.
Mighty Spirit, let one of us go outside and grab the rest of your treasure and hold the rest of us inside here until he comes back with it. Please, I beg of you, we can make this right. Boom!
25.
You find a scroll in the mix of as you're looking through and you're talking about all this stuff, and down there's a piece of parchment. And this parchment, as you pick it up and you begin to read it, and it is the definition of the curse of the treasure. And this curse speaks of the horrible things that were done to the crew to take this money, and how evil it was, and how it will then make the people perish and will turn them into everlasting skeletons.
I knew we should have traded this for your mom. I knew it! Ugh! This would have been perfect! Nothing on how to break this curse on this thing.
What was your roll? It was an exceptional roll?
Yeah, it was a double.
25.
25.
The bottom of the paper is torn, and you can see that there was more.
It wasn't me.
All right, so
Everybody get
I
to
think, I think we need to come over here and search for the rest of the scroll. I think the answer's on the bottom that's not on the bottom.
Yeah.
Very good. As you read the words, you're reading those words out loud, and you're looking around, and the light begins to come back into the room a little bit. So the visibility, you're no longer these small lights where, like, when someone went off with the light,
Oh, that's
they
why
would
they look
disappear. So 10 feet, you couldn't see them. Now you can actually see everybody, and you all have your own light sources, but you're illuminating most of the room at this point. So as you spoke those words and you read them, you noticed that the darkness has lifted a little bit. and it's not as dark in here.
Did the
However,
dragon's
your feet are still wet. There's water coming in underneath, but it hasn't really risen anything. It's just kind of wet. The sand is wet, like you're walking around and like it's a high tide.
And I go to a pile and start searching for scroll bits.
That's never a good sign when you start looking at a piece.
Still an
Wait,
explosion.
boom!
Get out,
Boom!
Keep rolling. That's a 5. Come on, wait. 6!
You guys notice you had already won this skill challenge?
Well, we're
right
doing
here?
searches now,
So now you're searching. You're searching in that pile of gold, and you know you just there's like an energy coming off of this gold for you that you don't even want to touch it.
Nice.
It's like the entropy is almost infusing into your body. So you're just like, ew, I don't want this money.
God, if we could
I
give this
hate
to
this
Asmodee, we could just leave him here.
This is yuck.
Search the Pirate King's body. Or what's left of the Pirate King's body.
So you don't even have to make a roll. You're just searching through.
I'm just searching through, see if I can find the other half
Body.
of that.
Yeah, he's got the crown on him. He had his weapon, which is still there. His body is intact, so to speak, whereas the rest of those bodies, pretty much when you kill them, they turned into sand.
But no other half of the scroll on him.
He has no other half of the scroll now. He
Bloody.
just the skull has that.
You haven't
So if I-
verbalized yet.
Yeah, that I haven't verbalized it. Take the skull,
The
take
thing
the
that made
crown
you
off the skull.
The thing that made you bleed.
Yeah.
The thing that made you bleed.
So can I attempt to take this crown off his head again?
Yeah, go ahead.
without permanently injuring myself?
So you remove the crown from his head?
I do remove the crown from
See,
his head.
last time you were inspecting the crown,
I
you didn't actually take it off.
No, I did not.
So as you pull it off of the top, the skeleton just goes, turns to dust underneath it. And you're now holding it.
Ooh.
And the light? Or darkness?
The darkness is still the same.
I don't think I want to wear it. What's wrong with you?
Just turn invisible. I can't find you.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you know, the funny thing is, if the room floods, I'll just use bark skin and float. You know.
That is one thing you could do. Absolutely.
Before I drown, you're wearing that crown.
Right. Exactly. Well, it looks like Knuckles gets elected to king of the
Cursed
evil
treasure.
cursed pirate treasure. Oh, you know what? I've got bravado. I am Knuckles Bond. What? You don't know who I am? I'm King Knuckles Bond.
Oh. You should see me in a crown.
You should see me in a crown.
You're back here in the room. You put the crown on, and you can see everything now. It's just clear as day. You are like, whoa. You feel, you know, like you're in charge of this place. You're feeling pretty powerful as you look around.
So I feel normal.
You feel Knuckles Bond.
Knuckles Bond.
Appearing in front of what you can see, what nobody else can see.
Don't blink.
It's okay. I'm tasting what no one else can taste.
You see these spirits. One is standing right before you, staring at you. As they've been trailing each one.
Except for me, right? Except for me.
Oops.
I almost got two.
One. Everybody got one?
Everybody's got one plus an extra.
Yeah, there's an extra. Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll have an extra. She's standing over this treasure. All of a sudden, you see they're like, they're incorporeal. They're not there. They're not there. You're just looking at like
After
ghosts.
images?
Ghosts.
I don't suppose they're saying anything.
They are just looking at you. They're looking at all of you, especially This one here probably paying a little more attention because you're playing with the gold.
All right. Since I'm Nicholsbone, perhaps you've heard of me.
Ghost Whisperer.
I'd like to talk to you. It seems we've had a misunderstanding about our intentions.
Hey, I think he's delusional like the angel.
You
He
notice
started-
that too?
He started talking to himself.
Do you see Iomade?
That's true. You guys are all telepathically linked to me right now, so they don't see what
they know you can see 'em. They know you see something.
Right. So
They
you
can't
guys
see what you see, but they
Right.
now are aware that they're not alone in the chamber.
Mites, room's full of ghosts. Try not to look over your shoulder.
Which I immediately.
Yeah. I look over my shoulder.
I see dead people.
That means you're dead.
You speak to them?
I
What you
do
say?
speak to the one in front of me.
What do you say? I'm listening.
Again, it seems we've come across a misunderstanding, but perhaps you've heard of me, Bond, Knuckles Bond, you know, pretty famous, maybe?
We've been watching you. How can you see us? Oh, the crown. The crown that was stolen from me.
This crown?
That crown was stolen.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I borrowed it from that guy. Oh. Yeah. Would you like it back?
That crown was a prized possession of my family that we have had in our family for generations, and it was stolen. And now you wear it.
And I'll take very good care of it, I promise.
Like
all the
you
way
are
back
out
to
here,
Daw's shop.
Like you own this treasure. This treasure is not yours. This treasure belongs to the people.
To be
and
fair,
you have
we've
stolen it.
earned it.
Oh, and you have earned it. And then you see her face as she begins to turn red.
Oh, Lord.
And she then
I use
brandishes.
presence? Persuasion?
Oh no, you're wearing her piece of, and she is not happy with you as you see them all. Now the rest of you all start to see these things materialize throughout the room. And you roll initiative.
I was about to say, why blow a good combat run? I mean, come on, let's be fair. There's my 2 die 8.
The forest spirit from a glowing skeleton. The skeletons
What's
turn into
Swift?
spirits.
What's Swift add
Actually,
to
they
us? 1 or 2? Advantage 1 or 2 for Swift.
Oh, I didn't.
How many of you guys still have your dark stone or your dark wood weapon? Because that gives you advantage on your initiative.
Initiative.
Is
The magic
advantage 1 or
number?
2?
One.
One.
Is
It's
what was it
one
last time? I think that was 15. So we'll do 15 again. No, let's do 16. Some of you guys are in the 30s.
It was 12, I think. Yeah, it was 12.
Everybody but
so
you.
One,
So initiative 16.
Explosion! Bob's rolling again. Holy smokes.
It's advantage one though, remember.
I did, but I already have 2 dice, so... $11, 14. I still end up in the loser's bracket with all that.
23.
Advantage 2, people.
Oh.
oh, that's on all of them?
Explosion.
No explosion.
That's a 1, isn't it? So that 2 stays.
So actually, that's 10, 16, 19.
Darkwood gives us advantage too? How?
No, it's Swift.
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 The weapon. Which your bow. It's your bow.
So I'd be to 16.
Because it was made out of the darkwood. Since I did say 30, right? The magic number today was 30.
Yeah, the magic
16.
number's 30.
Nope.
16.
16.
Or actually, I'm 19. You're 16,
No, I'm
19.
over 16.
You're 16.
I'm over.
It doesn't matter. You're
Doesn't
either
matter.
in the winner's bracket
We're
or the
not.
loser's bracket.
Yep.
31.
Winner's bracket.
Binary.
Good God.
Yeah, my little roll.
Very well. You guys are up. All of you apparently are up.
All of us.
Anyone want to go first?
Bond. Knuckles Bond.
I'll go first. You suck at negotiations. Maybe I should take over here.
This from the guy who's lost like 5 negotiations and set half the island on fire.
I won one though.
True story.
That was true
I
story,
got
mate.
one.
True story.
What are you doing?
I will use my short
Can you beat a
sword.
31 on initiative?
I can't. Is that important for you to go first?
Go ahead, Bond. He's already rolling.
Yeah. Bond takes a swing at the first one I was talking to. She's that close. She's right there.
All right.
And with a good
Boom!
dun, 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 it begins.
Oh.
Oh, that's all right. So that's 16, 22, 30, 31. Have I become a Ghostbuster as well?
Guard of 15.
Good boy, Ghost. 16 points of damage.
Number 1. 16 points of damage. That is an exceptional hit. As you go right through this ghost, I don't know how to interpret incorporeals in this, but it's just a straight hit. Your knife went true. Your sword went true, and it hit it, and it's affecting it, and the energy is pulsing off of it. What would you like to inflict upon it?
Normally I'd say persistent damage, but can you cause persistent damage?
I'm going to say yes.
Bleeding.
At some point, it's
bleeding.
we'll say the energy from your sword is creating a reaction inside of the ghost.
Then we'll call persistent damage.
Yes. Unbelievable. What did you roll again?
31. Could have been worse. Could have been a one-hit wonder.
Unbelievable.
I know what you were thinking I was going to do. It would have been
Are you?
so much more fun.
Are you? I'm really thinking about defending right now is what I'm thinking about doing.
You kill.
She is going to do a defend. These are die 6s. Die 6, die 6, die 20. I'm going to use the magic 20-sided that you stole from me earlier. All right, she's going to try and move back
Okay.
as this ghost does. There's an
Oh
explosion.
my god! And his opening roll is 2 explosions. Well, he definitely defended.
Oh, wow. That's a 20.
That's a 20 and a 6.
2 1s, though, help us out here.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's 34,
Yeah,
40,
it's gonna-
45.
It's going to.
And it's good.
Yep.
No damage, no persistent
Right.
damage.
So,
and
in essence, when you go through
Leave the mark
your
there for a
sword did not go through.
Got
It went poof, right through, and kind of like the ghost came back together on the other side. And mark that one doesn't get to go.
But yeah. So
yeah,
just put
so
the marker
just leave
down.
the marker there.
Put the
and
marker there. Yeah. Their eyes turn red.
Let her. She was already mad at me.
How dare you
Again, apparently,
steal our peoples?
you haven't heard of me.
You wear our king's crown.
How else would we have gotten to contact?
Next up.
Wait, everybody, wait. There's an easy way out of this. Mighty Ghost, obviously, again, we've intruded on your hospitality here. We'll give you back the crown. We'll get you back our friend's gold that he accidentally took outside, not knowing what we were doing here, of course. Please, just let us make this right. There's no sense in us getting killed over this.
Make your roll.
Come on, my big numbers.
Wow!
Boom.
Come on, do it again.
8.
41.
41.
I suck at this, huh?
I stand corrected. Perhaps you haven't heard of me.
Did you invoke on Almaday at all?
No, I'm just flat out apologizing.
As she turns and looks at you, and you can see her, she says to you, "This treasure was stolen from our people. We cursed this treasure."
Do I hear this?
We could
We've liberated
bring it back to your people, including the crown, to crown who's ever ruling there, and make this right for the damage that was done to you so long ago.
The room turns bright light.
You have my word as a Archangel of Iomedae that this will be done.
I don't know. His 41 was so good, I'm convinced now. I am agreeing with Akrasil. You know what? I like the way you put that.
They all disappear. The light returns to the room.
And Keith, show us the way out?
Missed that.
In your mind, you picture a land far away where this treasure, basically the bulk of this, not necessarily the bulk, about half of the stuff that's in here was taken from a village where they were slaughtered by the pirates, and you will have to return it to that area.
Half is ours!
The other half of the treasure, for the most part, is not theirs, and it is therefore it is not cursed. This treasure is currently still cursed, but you are not feeling the effects of it because you have made a promise.
So, Mike, I take off the crown and I hand it to Akrasil.
I'll put it in the
You've
bag.
earned it.
And we can kind of tell which is their treasure, right?
You can tell, yes.
I can tell. So I'll have us start divvying up the treasure.
All right.
This is the part that goes back.
Box in hand. Any of this?
Yes, all of that. Take the other stuff.
We still have to find a way out of here, though.
Leave that to me. So I'm there with a leg kicked up and everything.
I don't have my little. I actually had a trap door in this when I made it the first time. So yeah, it's kind of on the wrong side. So this door opens up, and you can see that it actually goes up, and there was like a lift almost built where it comes through the jungle. It's all overgrown now. The ropes are there. They're kind of thrashed. You'll have to
Any
climb.
carts?
You have to climb your way out. But you're going to come out on top of a hill, and you're looking down upon the area where you first entered, and you see the trap still swinging up in the trees not too far away as you guys come up on the top of the area there.
So are we bringing?
We're out.
Are we bringing the gold with us, or are we leaving it here?
So this had a structure about it where you could lower things down.
Out of pulley.
That pulley, right? It's old. That rope is worn out.
That's okay.
somebody-
I've got 50 feet of
Got rope.
line.
I could redo the
You
rope.
learned how to make
I
rope.
got 50.
I can
And
remake
yeah.
rope too, so we
Bring
got
it.
plenty of rope. Let's leave the treasure here. Go get your mom. Come back for the treasure. Return it to the people, and then we go back home.
I like it.
And leave Gobbledygook in the cavern.
He got out.
Oh, that's right. We
He
could've
walked
come
out of the
around-
entrance.
We could have come around
But you
the
don't.
other way.
He's long gone.
We
You
could've
guys
seen-
don't see
We
him.
could have seen the sand tracks disappearing into the overgrowth. So he did. We know that he got out.
Yeah, he went out through the entrance. He got out.
I thought it was.
We don't know where he went.
Smushed.
I was looking for green blood squirting out.
Just goggles filled with blood.
Sorry, Gobbledygook.
Nice
Right.
roll. Legend point for finding a way out
Legend
of a fight.
point.
You found a way out of a fight.
Oh,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
not have to fight them.
I'm guessing that's Mike's legend, not everybody's.
He's got the legend. You pulled it off.
I shouldn't have asked. I should have just
Exceptional
marked
pull-off.
it as a legend
Right.
point, you know?
Wait, 1 second. I got to
Knuckles
disconnect.
Bond did not want to talk his way out of that one.
I'm not good at it. I have bravado. I'm not allowed to. I have to do the most exciting and stupid thing possible.
You did. You put it on
That's
the
a
crown.
flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played it to perfection. That would be a legend point. as
Legend
well.
Oh, it is a
point.
point. Yeah.
It is my
GM's
fault.
feeling nice. I'm just giving legend points out like candy tonight.
I have to get another pencil.
They're in the refrigerator. Thank you, sir.
This one just. This
You
one had
apparently
broken
just
parts.
killed my adventure really quickly. The fight that was supposed to take.
I was totally thinking that. Okay, gentlemen, everybody, thanks for showing up.
So we need to take this down. Move this out of the way. Let me
I
get.
guess we're gonna take a short break while we clear the
No,
shots.
we're gonna put a map up. These guys are grabbing drinks.
Well,
I need the map of the island up real quick because you guys are on the island. We're gonna figure out what you're gonna do. This is called On the Fly. The DM got caught and somebody made a roll.
Like an amazing roll.
An amazing roll.
I can't negotiate though. I don't know what I'm doing.
You screwed up so many times. Why?
Hey,
And also it's like, oh, well done, Mike. Well done.
Damn it! I hate when he does that
To be
right.
fair, no, did you see that? Like, as you were
I know. I was like,
in the ground.
I'm sorry, can you say 41 again?
Jesus.
I was right up there with Steve's defense.
All right, so I'm gonna need. You guys are over here. I lost my entire party. They all went running off to get drinks.
Well, and since these 50 feet, I mean, that could be the whole party right there.
Yeah, no, that all we need. That's perfect. We can use the new freshly painted. Oh no, we don't. We're not using Gobbledygook. He's not here today.
No. He does not get center stage for that. Or we could just do, hey guys, what happened? There you go.
Oh boy.
All right. So we were somewhere in here.
He said we're right here.
Oh, we are right there. That's where we found the trap.
That's where your tunnel was and everything.
Oh, I thought it was here.
Okay, move it back.
No, I'm liking that. That's fine.
It can be over here. Anywhere in the jungle. I mean, you're in the freaking jungle, man.
Well, we planned on coming around.
Yeah.
So we'd scout out. Right there's beautiful.
Scouting.
All right, I got my lawyer chops on. Why don't I go up there, knock on the door, and just get your mom out?
Your loincloth on. What?
My loincloth on.
So did he?
Oh my God! You just broke your mini.
Oh my God.
That's the second time you've broken him off the base.
Hey
isn't it?
Tim, you got super glue?
This might call for a hard break.
He can fix this fast.
All right, we'll get to it in a second.
So did his wings grow a little larger?
No.
He would
He
have.
stole my dice. He took my drink. It's sitting over there on the counter.
Your wings would have grown a little larger had you invoked Iamade on that wonderful, wonderful speech.
You were gonna die.
That speech was awesome, but you didn't invoke Iamade.
sorry,
I don't know how you didn't do that.
The apparently the
I did at
the
first.
ghost came
Remember the
straight back.
first. The first apology was with Iomade.
Yes, it was.
And at the end, I promised by Iomade. I think I got.
No.
Weak.
What is this in my pocket I have right here?
That's a phone, but
Oh, whose phone is this? This is not my phone.
All night long, I can do this.
All night long.
where'd Tim go? Oh, no. You go home?
No,
Yes.
he said to run to the potty real quick. All right, so I want to hear the strategy of what you guys. So you came out of the hole, right? You set it up so you can now lift all the treasure out. But now we've decided we're not going to remove the treasure.
Correct.
Well, other than our half, as much as we can package into our packs and this,
That
that, and the other.
you are obligated to return that treasure. I don't know that you're going to leave that.
We're leaving
unattended.
all the treasure behind right now while we go.
Too late. I took box.
He took a box that
We
we
can
can't
hide it near the entrance of this hole.
But
Take it all
but
out.
He's saying that.
I start taking it out.
Well, we
Okay.
could go to the coast and try to flag down our ship and get. What are our blue shirts' names?
Craig
Chad
and
and Todd.
Bob.
Chad and
We
Todd.
can get Chad and
Chad
Todd.
and Todd.
We can get Chad and Todd
Drax
and,
is out
and
there, too.
Drax to unload everything into the ship so that we can be prepared to just take off and go deliver it to the people. And we know nobody is going to loot the same place we did. 'Cause,
So you run, go get the ship. We'll go get your mom, and we'll be done. Easy.
we need to find Gobbledygook and
You
hopefully
guys need to
scouting
care.
around. We
If
can
In order to
if we're-
move this treasure, these boxes and barrels, it's going to take the whole party, and it's going to take better part of a day to get it down to the shore.
So just hide it near the exit, and let's finish the mission, and we can come back for the treasure.
Why don't we just leave it in the
leave
hole?
it in the hole.
That way a patrol can't find it.
What if you get an arm cut off? You'll be no good in helping. So let's
Amadeus
get
will
out
just
of now.
grow
You'll
me
be no
another
good
one.
at helping.
Exactly. It'd be like, oh, the dwarf still has both arms. Let him do all the work.
I like.
No.
I
We
like.
do it now. I'm doing it now.
I like leaving it in there because if anybody tries to
Party
steal
conflict.
it, they're going to be confronted by the spirits of the curse.
Or the spirits are going to come looking for somebody else and want to know why he didn't return it because it was stolen by someone else. That's a whole nother
Is that
adventure.
God talking to me?
We have an adventure. I could have a whole adventure about that. Again, second time he's done that.
You got super glue here? Because I don't, and I'll put it in my pack every time too.
Acrocell just broke his miniature in half.
Acrocell can just use that.
Man.
We have
Yeah,
the
they
large
can't hear
version
you.
of Acrocell with all the wings, but
Yeah.
you don't deserve that.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Acrocell.
All right,
we'll have
so-
to see if we can.
Party consensus. You're taking the treasures out. You're putting it by the entrance to the cave. You were going to take some of it down to the boat.
No, we're gonna leave
You
it
wanted to
all
go
in
run
hole.
in the front door and profess your love for Iomade. Tell me what we're all doing again. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go and Professor Love for Iomade and knock on the front door.
Because you just think you're
No.
that.
Yeah, well, he does now. Definitely does
Okay.
now.
I'm damn good at this.
It's true.
What are your flaws again?
Height,
Fear of heights.
and I'm vengeful.
You're vengeful. You look at a
Delusional's
wall-
not one
yeah,
of 'em?
Delusional's not one of them. You're not walking up to the door in front of 400 hobgoblins and going to walk up to the. Even you know better to do that.
I almost made that one walk. God, I was so close.
Yeah, you were. That would have been one,
I
not
can
400.
If I can convert 400
This is a
hobgoblins,
keep.
heaven opens up to me. I will be
This
welcomed back with
is a
open arms.
heavily fortified
Iomade cannot wait to get me back into the fight against the real evil.
I will let you do what you want, but I'm just telling you, that is a heavily fortified keep.
So we can scout out the keep, get their movements going, or we can see if we can find our ship and offload the gold. But we can't take this keep by ourselves. But we do need to see if they have night shift and everything else that we would be able to sneak in, or if we can see my
Wait.
mother.
Wait,
So,
wait. Did you say sneak in?
No, we're not sneaking in.
No. We don't have to sneak in. He does.
So we send him and then we offload the gold?
Yes.
Never split the party. Never split the party.
I don't think the teachers ever said that we couldn't split a party.
That's what happened when I went off to go get my sword. I've learned you do not split the party.
what happens when you split the party? You end up naked
Blue
in jail,
moon.
and all your stuff
They
gets stolen.
stop
Wait.
arse up.
You won't
Trust
be the
me.
one with the arse up part. He will.
I happen to like you guys now, and
That's
I wouldn't
true.
allow that for any of us.
All right. So, gonna head towards the coast,
Just to see
packing
if
treasure.
Wait.
see
Wait.
everything else.
Would you like to come with us and do it this way? Or
I
do you
don't
want to
know.
take it all back to the ship?
I
We,
mean-
if we take the treasure out, we have to protect it.
I don't want to see his arse too. So, we need to find a different way.
Are you saying I don't have a good bum?
We know
That's
you
exactly
don't.
what I'm
We know
saying.
you don't have one.
Do you shave that thing? Because there is no hair on there at all.
I'm 16. 16.
Yeah, but it's the size of like a baby.
All right. So
I didn't see that part. I wasn't looking.
enough of that. So let's get the gold. Move it to the. Well, we need to flag down our ship if we can even find it. I don't say we move the gold until we find our ship.
If we do it this way, we have a better chance to get caught because we're gonna have a whole party and the whole ship working with us to do this.
Do you want to face the wrath of those spirits if we do not come good on their gold?
That's why I'm saying leave it there for right now.
What if something comes along and takes it? We stumbled
Well,
across
hide it.
The spirits will protect their treasure.
Where-
right now.
All right.
All right.
There's shrubbery.
Here's what we're gonna
all
do.
over.
Here's what we're gonna do. We have a party break. We have a consensus. We're having a little discussion here. We're gonna see who can influence who. Make your rolls.
I gotta use presents.
Rolls.
You got to roll against each other.
Oh, this is going to be good. I've got a 6 influence.
You were kind of on board. You
What
two
did
guys
you-
were on
what
with
did-
it.
what is
These
your
two
decision?
that are gonna have to
What
make
was
the
your
roll.
What was your decision on this? Where was your
Incision.
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 Why not make a roll?
if
I
we-
like it making a roll.
I like making it roll as well. All right, so Kozak, your roll was to go.
Mike, what's your roll?
Back?
Sorry.
unload?
Acrocell?
Get
Make
the
your roll.
gold and protect the gold.
Okay.
I say, leave the gold in the hold, and we go to the keep and scout it.
Okay.
Because Some voice from above said, "Don't run up there and knock on the door with 400 hobgoblins." I don't know why I knew that.
Iomade said that.
20.
Knuckles bond. Dwarf, you can roll as well.
I want them to influence me.
And I would like you to roll, and here's some ale to roll for my side.
No, you are done. That was perfection. Roll away, Bond. Knuckles Bond.
I'll roll it.
Done. Right. Done.
Damn it, C8.
What did he decide?
Yeah, what did you
I
decide?
have to act it out with bravado because haven't you heard of me? I'm Bond. Knuckles Bond.
So you're back with me knocking on the door.
I can get in and out of anywhere. And that's why I rolled a 24-30. We're doing what Knuckles wants to do.
So tell
So
us, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
So the treasure's in the hole, and you guys now you can pick how you're going to scout
Yes.
your keep.
I say
Do it.
I
Go
s-
invisible.
I'm going to use my
Do it.
logic and tell
go
you
and-
guys that we should come down to here, watch
Okay.
from here, we watch the port, and watch here, and hopefully not get caught. So somewhere right in there, and we watch everything. And
Or we had let our invisible guy go. Hey, what's going on here? Hi,
That's
my
not
name's
a bad
Knuckles.
idea either.
Hey, I am Knuckles
That's
Bond.
not a
I do
bad
all
idea.
this. Watch this.
That is- That's
Because
an
they can
awesome
still see
idea.
me if I'm not standing still.
That is an awesome idea.
Actually, if they're
but
looking
we
for
don't
me.
split the party. That's what the lesson I learned when I went for my father's
We are not-
sword.
yes, don't split the party.
So we don't split
Make
the
it
party.
very
Yeah,
difficult on the
1,000
GM as well.
Yeah. So
Splitting the party is
we're gonna go.
difficult.
We're gonna
at
follow
best.
Kozak's plan. It's his mum.
It can be done, and there's times for it, but I don't necessarily know that this is the time. So we'll go ahead, and you guys, you're going to come up on this side of the keep,
Yes.
all right, as you're scouting. It's currently, you're in the jungle, and you're cutting your way through the jungle.
Okay.
It's midday.
Well, but Gobbledygook gave me his goggles, right?
No,
Oh, damn.
you guys don't know where Gobbledygook
Yeah, I
is.
know.
Wait, we split the party. Okay, so that's done. We've already split the party.
Got it.
Get in there.
Get in there, champ. Swat on the butt, and off we go.
The first thing you guys see is a crate being hauled into the front of the keep as it's Gobbledygook naked inside a crate being drug in.
Is
I'm
it
just
really?
kidding. No,
Oh
it's
my
not.
God. I'm like, oh, all right, now we are
Now
on
into rescue
infiltrate
mode.
mission. All right.
All I have to say is disappointed.
Now, can we see harbor?
Woo. Okay, so it's midday.
Harbor.
Are you guys gonna go walking up there in the middle of the day?
No.
We'll
Like,
stay
Just
in
asking.
No.
Stay in the
questions
tree
real quick.
line.
We're staying tree line, and we'll start coastline to see what we can see in the harbor, because there's supposed to be this
Oh,
dreadnought.
harbor.
What do we see in the harbor?
Dreadnought,
You
see if we
see-
can see our ship and flag it down.
You do not see your ship.
All right.
That's good.
So in the
Oh, of course.
currently
the ship's on the other side
currently
of the island.
in the docked right now is you can see two Hobgoblin Raider ships just like yours,
Made out of wood?
made out of wood. Okay, then out to sea you see the sails out in this area over here, and you can tell the raiding ships and the patrol ships are pretty close, and you can see one or two sails, and they're going in different directions around the outside. From this range, you're all looking. Make a perception check, each one of you. And it better be freaking ginormous.
Yeah, none of us have perception. That's gobbledygook.
I do.
I'm rolling that because it's not on. There we go. Oh,
21.
ginormous.
A 1.
Ooh. Wow. You're like me.
I'm sorry. There's a tear in my eye.
You obviously can't see. None of the rolls were in the range to where I would actually
No
say
21?
you could make out that sail. Who saw the new sail? Nobody. I take that back. Nobody saw the new sail that they put on the ship to hide it, to make it look like a Hobgoblin Raider.
He
You could
told
be
us.
staring at your ship out there and not even know it.
He told us.
Yeah, but it's the
He
same.
told us that he made it the same as theirs.
Yep.
But it's all of them look the same. They're all yellow
Your
sails.
ship is a Hobgoblin.
Blah, 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 blah.
Raiding ship. It's already one of those. Now it has an
We
exact
have
same sail.
put our blood, sweat, and tears into making that ship. I'll know our ship when I see it.
From a quarter mile away
I
with a roll of a
spent-
7. You
Now
know,
what about
you would
21?
not.
21.
21? He's still. That's That thing, they're all looking the same.
That's heroic.
That's
What are
that's
you about?
epic
Heroic.
right there.
All right.
That's way above average.
So we,
That should be the initiative.
but not the
roll.
dreadnought they were talking about.
You do not see the dreadnought.
Okay. And no ships coming in for offloading or anything
There's two
else?
right now that are
So
currently.
in this
offloading.
harbor, is it like shaped like this?
Kind of. It's, you know what we're gonna
A
say.
little
This
thinner?
is almost like a
Peninsula?
harbor, and
So
this
is this
like
the
the
harbor
docks.
part
These
and
are the
the
docks.
docks?
These are the docks. Yeah, so there's ships out here.
So if like there was
And
a
there's a
ship
trail.
burning here,
There's
and
a trail of people moving back and forth. These guys are constantly. It's almost like
All
It's like
hobgoblin.
all hobgoblins.
hobgoblins.
What
No
time of the
goodness.
day is it?
Midday.
noon, high noon. Sun is shining
Bridge?
down.
bridge or boats going
Yeah,
between?
okay.
Wood?
Mhm.
So, there's a lot of wood out here. Wood seems to catch on fire, and they don't like fire.
I
What if
have an
we-
idea. Shush. I want to speak now. So, this is what we do, okay? We wait until nightfall, right? We sneak upon to the ships, because they have cannons, right? And we set up explosions and everything. So, everyone will come out of the keep and try to rescue or figure out what's going on with all the explosion. Oh, they're burning the ships. Oh, don't burn our ships. They'll run and try to save the ships. And we run into the keep and save your mom.
We have to find my mom first. Have we seen my mom anywhere other than?
Do you really think your mom's gonna run and try to save the ship?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, Sacrosanct?
Who's doing all this stuff on the ships if we're running into the keep?
We're not running into the keep. I think he was talking about setting things on small fire. Wait till he got big fire and we got away.
The ships are gonna be following us if we don't do anything to them.
Oh, I agree.
What was,
Can we go back to my original plan?
what was, by the way,
No.
as you are sitting there looking and from the front of the keep, I want to bring you back to what Captain Jack sent you to the island for.
He didn't send us the island. We were coming here from my mom.
He sent us to scout the island for the Hobgoblin fleet and Asmodee's keep.
And then,
Get back word
I
to
don't
him.
remember ever
there
that.
you go.
I don't remember any of that.
You need to watch the tape.
Right? He sent us for rum. That's all he said.
And then he gave you the ship to get there.
Correct.
And you were fired up about saving your mom.
Right.
That's
Because
all
you
I
read the
heard.
letter. Yes, because that's all you focused on. You didn't hear anything else.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
you
hear
wouldn't have.
that.
Because you are now one track focused mind.
So, we can scout the keep, report back to Captain Jack, and have him bring his fleet here to tangle with their fleet, and then his plan actually makes sense when they all go running out there to save it.
All right, so let's watch the keep. We need to count. We got. Do we know there's 500?
I heard it in my head.
I know.
It's
heard
there.
That.
You can see them. Yeah,
Okay, so
there's,
we know that.
Okay.
Now, as you're sitting there watching the front, you can see that the road is very heavily traveled, and you notice that it's a dirt road all into here, and then as it enters the keep, and you can kind of see inside, we're going to say you went invisible. I'm just going to throw this out. We're going to go ahead and do. So you went invisible, and you snuck up to the door, and you're like, I'm going to go find Kozak's mom. As you walk up right up to the edge of the door, because the door is open and the guys are going in and out, you notice when they walk inside the keep that there's like this crushed lava rock everywhere in there. And when you walk on it, all you can hear is the crunching of their feet. So you can hear everybody moving. And all of this is taking place inside. So as the carts move and the carts move in and out, you look around, there is very, very, very few areas that are wooden inside the keep, so that this place is really hardened, made out of lava rock, stone, very well built, very strong. You smell treasure. You know this. They're moving stuff in and out of here that's just a lot of various things. No slaves. You know that the hobgoblins take slaves. When they raid ships, sometimes they take them. For the most part, what you've been noticing is they've been killing them. But in this case, there's no slaves inside. There's no people. There's no prisoners. There are no prisoners in this place. This is just merchandise coming in. You can see them sorting it. It's getting sorted, and then it's packaged back up, and it's leaving. It's like a staging ground.
ever seen?
He did not. You can see multiple buildings inside. There's a lot going on. You're kind of looking around the door, you know, people are walking by. They can't see you because you're invisible. They're not noticing you. It's evening. The lights are on. The torches are lit. The rest of you guys can see all this. Your telepathy tells you that you actually can hear what he sees, so he's thinking it out loud. This place.
Wouldn't that
Just
be
hear what he
called?
sees.
Perfect.
He's
heard
thinking it
telepathy,
out loud.
hearing it.
Thinking out loud.
Loud.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're at
From
the entrance.
acorn to dragon.
And no mention of Asmodee or anything. Oh wait, none of us
So,
speak hobby.
so
None of us
the
speak
structure
Hobby. I can do it,
inside,
I'd have
the
to
structure
tell
inside is
telepathy.
very. So you see, hobgoblins are worker bees. They're armed. They have their swords. They have their armor. They have their helmets on at all times as they're moving carts. Where's those
And
carts you made?
there's
I should have had those
sketch.
carts that you made for me. I could bring my carts back and
I actually
I saw the new carts that you made.
Yeah, they're here.
Absolutely amazing. We'll use those. So they're moving stuff in and out. And around the outer edge, when you look around the tops, you can see that there's guards posted up above, right? And you see also various times you see parties come out, like the party that you ran into over here. And in the center there's one person who's different, obviously. So, and around here you see captains and various other non-hobgoblins that
Yeah.
are in here.
Now
But you
this-
do not see any.
This was a human settlement that's been taken over by the hobgoblins, or is this a?
You, at your age and what you're looking, you wouldn't know.
I've been to human settlements, so does it look like a human settlement?
It looks like a very heavily fortified keep, almost as fortified as Magnamar.
Now, there's no buildings or anything else on the coast?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. And it looks like any other keep that we saw at Magnamar?
Mhm.
Okay, so, alright. Thank you.
It's got the little turrets up there. Guys up there with machine guns. No, just kidding. Bows, arrows, guns.
Machine gun.
Machine guns. Gatling guns.
Oh my.
No, just kidding.
Alright.
And throughout the day and the night, you're going to estimate current population in excess of 500.
So we kidnap one a night for 500 nights.
Actually, I was trying to think if I could telepathically connect to somebody who looks like they're in charge, but then I can't just read their mind. That just lets me talk to them. And that would probably be a really bad idea.
You could try and you always know that you can try and charm them.
That's true. I'm pretty heavy on the charm.
And you're going to telepathically charm them?
Ooh.
That would be interesting at best of the way that you would have to tell me how you are going to pull that off.
Right.
I got an arrow for you just in case they capture you.
Perfect.
Yeah. I could do that. Oh wait, I can't do that. Never mind.
Dun, 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 dun. Father, wake up!
Do we have enough information for Captain Jack to make an attack? Do you think?
How long are you guys going to stay and watch?
Okay, I've
Call it
500 days?
Call it 2 days.
I've watched my father do battle
2
plans,
days.
and yes, I think that we have plenty of information for an attack plan.
All right, I'm going to have the Darek draw
2 days?
plans.
Did I hear we stayed here for 2 days?
You guys
we've
sound about
moved-
right.
We've moved around the
This area over here?
yeah.
So you're going to draw the plans of what the keep looks like and the layout of the ships and the machine gun
Who can draw?
positions
I get
and
draw.
the
dwarf.
lava rock.
As long as I have drink,
You drink all you want while you're
refreshment, I could do anything.
Yeah.
And we'll have one scouting the coastline at all times during the time to
Looking for,
for our ship.
during the 2-day period, you're pretty sure you've seen it go by. You can kind of.
Is there a
Yeah.
way we can fly it down without?
I built those sails. I know
Right.
exactly what they look like.
Right here in front of this keep with all these ships, I don't care what you do, they're
No, I
probably
mean
not going to
from
pay
the
attention.
coastline, from the jungle.
If you were to leave,
they're on a hill.
after,
They'd be
yeah,
able to see.
yeah, after you're spending 2 days in this area watching, you're not going to be able to flag them down from where you're located.
Right.
But yeah, if you guys go back to the backside of the island, absolutely,
Okay.
What if we did a smoke signal to the gobbledygook?
from where you are right now.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be good.
You've only got 500 guys watching.
Yeah,
you,
I was
so-
about to say
I was
right
gonna
next to
say,
the keep.
yes,
I
I was gonna
don't
say.
think so. Not even I'm that bravado.
Thought you wanted to do cool things.
I do. I am
Okay.
doing cool things. I'm invisible in the keep.
Oh, he's leaving, and I was going to have him make a roll.
I'm gonna roll, but I got to fix a.
Are you plugged in?
No,
We
you
can't
guys-
hear
You
you.
can't hear me.
La la la. What? What? La
What?
la la.
Oh, okay, there you are.
Make a roll.
What dice am I using?
Oh, let's
A
go.
20 sounded.
I'm going to have you roll a
Logic.
will.
Will.
Yep, you're going to roll a will.
Boo!
You have to go. You have to go to the bathroom. Off you go.
My rolls have been awful all night.
I can't hear you still. You're not plugged in.
What?
We all have
What?
those nights.
What?
That is for sure.
As Kozak goes off to the bathroom, you guys are all sitting around the keep. You see him run off into the bushes to go tinkle, and a woman dressed in very nicely, plait, long hair, beautiful, comes walking out of the keep.
With a
Turns
sword?
left, no, with a towel. Comes out and walks around. Yes,
Oi,
she does
oi.
have a sword too, but she also has a towel in her hand. Oh, she's fully armored just like the rest of them. Armed, huge sword down her back.
Any
As
resemblance?
as she walks off around the corner.
Is she tiny with a ridiculous paint job on her face?
I don't believe that she has the paint job.
Okay.
Oi, 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 oi.
No.
We need to find where she's going. Towel on her head.
She's going to the bathing area.
She's
there.
going to the
She's
corner.
going to the volcano. We got to go.
We gotta go to the volcano.
Kozak! Kozak!
Somebody's gonna have to make a roll
Oh,
to
great.
realize what they just saw.
He's
I'm
dropping
gonna,
a
it will
juice.
determine whether or not you're gonna tell him or not. Because you saw
17!
this. You saw this,
Got it.
but you're gonna be able to communicate it to him.
Boom!
So Knuckles is gonna-
1924.
What am I rolling?
So you're gonna tell you saw this hot
I
woman.
roll perception.
Okay,
all these hobgoblins, and you saw this hot woman come out of there dressed in armor with a sword,
What color
full-size
hair?
sword down her back.
White.
Shit, I think it's white.
It's
I don't have
white
a
hair.
miniature.
Okay.
It's
All right.
I have them. I painted
Okay.
the miniature.
Okay.
All
Then
right,
you do
so it looks like a chieftain.
No, it couldn't have been a chieftain. It had breasts.
No,
It wasn't a hobgoblin.
it was a hobgoblin, but it looked like a very important hobgoblin.
It didn't look like a hobgoblin.
Oi,
then-
Kozak. Long flowing white hair, really long sword,
Towel.
Me
fully
ma,
armored,
me ma,
carrying a towel.
heading back to the caves to go bathe.
Surely straight.
That's how.
It is
Not a
about,
hobgoblin.
It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, second day.
I don't know how we're getting there before she gets there and done, unless she spends many hours.
We split the
So
party
we
and
wait
have
until
the
she
guy
comes
run
back
after
from
him.
her bathing.
What?
We wait until she bathes and comes back.
Right here.
I believe so. Let her do her thing.
She's going there, but we'd have to go all
Honestly, do you
the
want
way
to walk
around.
in on your mother bathing?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
He would.
I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it.
Oi, I'm telling you right now, if she's charmed, we need to walk in on her bathing.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
wanna
wait
get-
not
till she-
fighting
I'm
his
not
mum.
getting.
She's
I'm not
by
getting stuck with that sword.
herself.
In theory, she's on her
Right,
way to
we're
the
moving, we're
bathhouse
moving.
with the officers,
We're just at least heading that direction.
where we didn't find the giant
Subversively.
shelled tentacled
This
slug of doom.
is heavily traveled, carts, everything.
no,
He's
no.
Knuckles has been over here, but at this moment, that's at night. You go up there during
Right.
the day. You're
Is it-
back in the tree.
During the
What
day, I
time
go
is
back
it?
in the tree
What
line with
time
them.
is it?
3.
3 o'clock in the
o'clock.
afternoon.
Okay.
Broad daylight.
So we'll head here, try to cross here.
And up and over
And
the
That's
mountain.
going to take you all day and night. You're in the jungle. You have to cut your way through these paths.
Wait,
Go
didn't we
get
just
her!
Cut a path? Why are we recutting new paths?
So we can't do it in time. Go get her.
But
We'll
we
have to
can.
send word.
Go get her.
So you head back through the jungle. You guys are carving your way through.
No, that's
Now you're
gonna take
stopped
too long.
talking again. All right.
Go
yeah,
get
because
her.
It's going to be too
Follow-
long.
follow
She'll
me,
go
Mom.
and
Go,
bathe.
go.
Okay, then
Go.
I'll,
Back
I'll
by
follow
the
his
time
mom.
we get over to where she is.
Yeah, follow me, Mom.
I'm invisible enough that I can follow her.
And we're telepathically connected.
Top of the volcano. We'll meet you there.
Fair enough, but that means I'm gonna have to lose her around here.
Not if you're
Because then I'm gonna
with her.
have to turn to come up, and you guys are gonna
No,
have to
no, no,
follow me.
no,
just follow.
no.
You
You
just
go get
follow.
her, follow her, get her, bring her to the top of the volcano.
Follow her. Tell us where she's going.
And
We're
if
gonna try to
she's
get to
not
you.
doing this of her own will,
You're
we're in
charming.
the deepest of shit.
Hang on, I can't put my eyebrow up high enough. You're charming.
You are Knuckles Bond.
I am
Knuckles Bond, go get her.
Lord of mercy, he's talked
What?
me into it without making
Break
a roll.
a charm?
Roll. Influence me,
Okay.
Iomede's patron.
So,
747.
so we're gonna follow the same path we cut through to get to there, to here, so that we can cross over
Jungles
and skirt
regrow.
the jungle.
Jungles regrow. So our path.
Over 2 days, it's not regrown.
Oh,
You gotta
it's
find it.
amazing.
You're never gonna
jungle.
find it.
All right.
We're the worst trackers on Earth,
All
and
right.
our tracker
Your scout
is
is
gone.
somewhere. All right, so you're
Following.
Wait.
you
Question,
have got there are
question.
people. I mean, this is a constant trail. You have
Notice
to
I'm
like
not like
dodge.
I'm not
stuff.
like walking
Question,
right
did
behind
Ma
her. I'm,
come this side or that side?
She came out of the gate, went
Okay,
around
that
the
way.
corner, and
Right.
disappeared. That's as far as you can see.
Right.
And I already described to them what they saw, and they have now communicated
Go.
kind
To you.
of
Go.
what I said to you.
Go,
Got it.
go.
all right,
It's all
so
because your willpower wouldn't allow you to stay there, so you didn't have to go.
Yeah.
through.
I'll stay on the
The
edges.
roll matched real life.
I'll stay on the edge of those trees to try to see
I
if
would
I
have
can
told you
pick
if you
her
were
up.
still here, but you had to go, so off you went.
Oh wait.
Hey,
All night long.
water cheetah. She's over there eating the boats. The boats are getting eaten.
All right. So,
I will go around the corner. Bond, Knuckles Bond. We'll sneak around the corner to see if he can pick up her trail.
he who.
There's patrols. There's people everywhere.
Like I said,
It's not necessarily a
I'm not
stealth
like
check
near
anymore.
her. Right.
But as you're moving around and you're doing these things, I'm going to have you make a roll based on your agility.
Oh jeez.
Because you don't want to be tripping or falling, and it's not going to be very hard. Your DC on this is going to be 15.
Well, that's a 21.
Okay, so
27.
you're able to manipulate through the crowds.
Okay.
Manipulate through.
Manipulate through the crowds as you're.
But I do know, but I can see her or I can't see
Actually,
her.
that's Mission Impossible.
That is Mission
That
Impossible.
is.
I'm doing Mission Impossible, not. Somebody's gonna have to give me a 007 soundtrack here.
No, no, no.
Oh,
That's
that's
double-
Mission
No, no,
Impossible.
no.
That's Mission
again.
Impossible also.
Is
It's
it?
killing me. Yes.
Damn it.
It is.
We all did really good on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nobody
right?
does
it better.
Leave it up to the door. So you're gonna come around over here. So there's trails everywhere. People moving.
So I don't see her amongst the crowd at
There's
all.
too many people around.
Okay.
You guys had a conversation. What you saw happen. It was 15, 20 minutes ago.
All right. So, can we move to here?
You're right on the edge of where hobgoblins are moving back and
I
forth.
know,
Yeah.
but and so if we can see a break across to do a sprint across.
No.
It's not nighttime yet, but we can move to there and just.
You understand there's a constant flow of people. You guys go running across the year smoke.
Yeah, I understand that, but it might get nightfall before Mom gets here, so we'll figure that out.
Okay. You don't see a break.
All right. These are quarter miles each. Yeah, I understand that, but we might.
There's trails and this is a 24/7. You've been here for 2 days. It's like cart after cart after cart after
24/7
cart.
nighttime as well. It's been
Oh, yeah.
running. Okay.
They don't stop.
So-
Ships come and go, except for the ones that Water Cheetah ate. Water Cheetah eats at least one ship every 15 to 20 minutes. Now, and so the ships keep coming and going, and they're bringing stuff in, sorting it, and going back out. Crates and crates and crates of goods. You're not sure what all of it is, but you smell trees.
You know where she's going, though.
We do know where she's going.
Or you know where she went.
We would have to camp.
You
Her location.
go get her.
I'm still
When was the last
in
time
the
that
process.
we knew she was there? How many days ago?
Oh Lord.
one day.
You know, because you take to get to where you guys are, it was a couple days ago.
Sure wasn't like 4
Well,
hours?
We
Yeah,
done.
it
We
took
done
you
2
a
days
whole
there.
day to get through the jungle.
We did 2 days of recon before that happened. Yes, and it took us
A couple days to get over there.
so
You were up playing with my
it's-
fire elemental on
It's
the top.
almost a week. It's almost her. It's been a week since she's
Yeah.
gone.
Mhm.
Since we saw her last, she might have gone several times.
Correct. You did not see her the day before,
Right.
but
All
you
right.
saw her on the second day.
Roger that. All right, I'm at a loss. I'm ready for a great break.
I say we stick with the plan. Meet at the top of the volcano. and
Right.
You bring her back.
I'll head towards the
It's going to take you
officer's
guys
path.
a day and a half to 2 days to get to the volcano. Right? So you going to go do that?
We're gonna start heading that way. Yes.
I'm following her. Does it take her a day to get to?
You splitting the party, but you came
Showers.
around. You're not sure. You're gonna have to make some rolls to remember how to get where you were.
It's okay.
So remember the volcano and
Hey,
other side?
are you there?
I'm not there.
Telepathically,
That's going to give you a disadvantage 1 on your roll.
telepathically
So-
you're there.
Logic, which is fine. I've got a 3 in logic. And you said a disadvantage 1?
No, I was kidding. On that. Unless he does it again. So you are. Show me where you are now.
All right,
the
so-
party's over here. They're tromping away. That's not.
That's not-
we actually have
Right.
Knuckles.
So I went around the corner.
008.
Oh, exactly, 008. And that's
Now you
that,
have
now
to
I have to
s-
stop and think about.
You have to stealth. You're moving stealth.
I am.
So you're using your agility to move, which
Yes.
we've already made some rolls. That's going to get you quite a ways, so that you're not kicking rocks.
I'm
and things
literally
of that
going
nature.
straight for the mountain.
There are people everywhere. So
around
here we go.
around the fort,
Yep.
obviously.
And there's patrols.
I will attempt to do this so I get
Okay.
the tree line against my back.
All right.
So we'll stop
Make a roll.
me
Yes,
halfway to see if I
sure.
screw it up. Still using agility.
Mhm.
All right, so 2d8. Woo! Boom! Boom! Wow. All right, that's 14. That's 17,
That's
and
not a
that's
problem.
yeah, 28.
You are very fleet of foot. So you're guys coming around corners. You're able to get out of all their way. You're over against the volcano. You're moving along. You're now in kind of there's some brush along the edge, but there's some grass that's lower, and there's a trail. So we're going to say you're on the trail, so you're not disrupting the grass as you walk.
Nice. Okay.
And if
So
someone
I'm
comes
not
down the
giving away
trail-
my position as I'm going, which I
Absolutely.
wouldn't do anyway.
Because you are.
Knuckles.
008.
008. Now I have to
Formerly
remember
King
where the.
Knuckles Bond, but
Now I have to. You're awesome. Now I have to remember King Knuckles
Knuckles.
Bond. King Knuckles. I might have to go on the character sheet. I didn't.
All right,
Charmer,
so
Puppet Master,
Now
Midwife,
you're going to come around.
King.
You are on a strange island.
Yeah, I have to remember.
You haven't been here
where-
before. You're coming at it from a different angle.
So I have to remember where, or where I would think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So logic.
Sure.
Now would be the time for it. Okay, I'll take a 21.
21.
Nice. You're pretty sure you know you're on the right path.
All right. So I make it to.
Over into this area. You're now entering the jungle.
Ah.
So you made it all the way over. You're entering the jungle.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a good 4 or 5 hour process. You get through all this stuff. Now you're looking at walls of jungle.
Crap. I don't see any entrances.
And it's getting
well-trod
dark.
paths.
It's getting dark.
Nothing like that.
Nope.
Bummer.
Not where you are.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
And you're going to make another roll.
Make another roll.
Because you're actively searching at night, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Into the dark.
Oh,
Into the
I need my
darkness.
logic to. Actually, should I switch to perception? Because
Your choice.
We'll stick with logic because that's a die, not a die 6. Everybody. 15.
All right.
Nice. You see the way that the foliage, and you're pretty sure that you're going in the right direction. And we're gonna, with that roll, you're not gonna be going super fast. I should actually make this a skill challenge, is what I should have done. But it's a single person in the party, so since we split up, we're gonna let you roll. Go ahead. You're going through. You're gonna spend 20. You're not sure.
Okay.
You haven't found the trail. You as you move down, you guys before, you can see out here is burnt,
Okay.
but
Now we're kind of in friendly territory.
and you realize that this area was burnt over here. Oh, that's right, he's not here anymore. Gobbly the goose. So the burn's over here, but you also were taken back by Chad. Chad's the one that took you to the caves.
Right.
He spotted them. Now we're playing with some really hard numbers for you to find your way back.
Dun, 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 dun.
But you are in a better place because you're coming from, the burn is now behind you. The burnt grass.
All right. Come on, buddy. Give up that. Oh!
Opposite of both worlds. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow. 38.
You are feeling good. You've got a trail. got a
I'm
trail
surprised I
heading
didn't
through
just
the bush.
find the cave.
You've got a trail heading through the bush.
Okay.
Through the
All
bush.
right. That makes me happy. All right. So
It's
I'm
going
traipsing
through the night.
bush.
You're traveling through the night as you continue to hold the dragon.
I'm holding the dragon.
As you're
Because
walking
we're
in
at night
darkness.
now. Oh, yeah. And that's just, I am a cloud of inky darkness with nothing inside it.
Very good.
Just floating through the jungle. Pay no attention to the. Oh, boom!
You're gonna explode every time.
Just. Boom!
Say it again. Come on.
Oh! 16,
You find the
22,
entrance to the cave.
27.
That's just.
Wah!
I can't argue that you just found the entrance to the cave.
Dragon.
What are you gonna do? There's the 3 caves.
Okay, gotta just send my, because we've been awfully separated, I'm sure, at this
First
point.
one?
So,
Middle one,
right.
and the one covered in flowers.
Son of a gun.
We're still
Okay, the one covered in
telepathically
flowers.
Command or connected.
One of the covered in flowers is the one you decided to go into first last
Right.
time.
Okay. Right. The one covered in flowers is the one that had the monster that we killed.
The other one, all the way on the other side, is the one that you went into where you guys rested all.
Rested, and that was the commoner's one. So
That's-
the middle one is the officer's one. I remember. God, I hope I remember that correctly. Now, of course, I didn't take notes of that. All right. Kayla. All right. So invisible. Officer's bath. I poke my head into the cave. I swear there was a sign inside that said like officer's bath or officer's quarters or
I
whatnot.
should put the cave back in there, but we'll
That would
role
be
play
so
this.
great. Come on.
We'll role play this.
Put the cave in there. Do we start the sexy 70s guitar music? Well, hello, Miss Kozak. Hello,
As
Miss
you-
Robinson.
As you enter the cave,
Are we still telepathically connected?
no.
God, I hope
The
not.
range, we are. Thank God you're out of range.
Right? I'm a boy from a brothel. You really want to be telepathically connected
Walking
as I
out of
enter
the
a
water
bathhouse?
naked,
I'm just saying.
stunningly very athletic body, elderly woman, older woman.
La 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 la. la, la, la.
How old can she be? He's only 16.
Just saying.
She could be
30s.
19.
Yeah, 30s
30s,
is like
30s.
ancient.
You're looking at, you're staring at a naked woman getting out. She's got her towel and her armor, and everything is all properly placed along the edge of the water.
Well, I don't have any skill in persuasion. I do have skill in influence, though. I'll start with chatting her up. Is anybody else in there?
No.
Okay.
Where are we?
Making our way.
You guys are on your way to the top of the volcano, which will take you 2 days. He's still only, this part of the split party, he's not even basically about a day into it. So you guys still have another day's climb to get to the top of that thing. You're in the jungle over there somewhere. Maybe I'll get you caught in a trap.
Why?
Who teleported out of the trap to get you out of it last time?
Craig?
Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have him with you. We'll deal with you guys in a minute.
But I have my axe and nail. Has to account for something.
All right. I get up within a good 15 feet out of range of that monstrous sword in case she can get to it before I can. Actually, I nonchalantly wander over and take the sword. So
Okay.
she didn't have that going for her.
It's big.
I'm sure it is.
This is a,
Perhaps you haven't met me. Bond. Knuckles Bond.
yeah, it's taller,
King.
this thing is taller than you are.
Oh, everything's taller than I am.
Much taller. You go to grab it, you're dragging it on the ground.
I've got a one might.
You can't even pick it up. You can't even pick this thing. Yeah, you can pick it up. You're gonna go over and try and steal the sword?
It seems the best option to not get killed. And if all of her stuff is laying in... Oh. Okay. Let's skip stealing her sword, which will probably piss her off immensely, since, the sword and sludgeoner here also got really funky when somebody borrowed his weapon of choice. I get between her and her armor and weapon while she's toweling off, while still invisible. And just like, Michaela, Miss Michaela. I'm a friend of Kozak's.
She looks around. Show yourself.
Not until I'm sure I'm not getting ready to be thrown in the water that makes people bleed.
She turns and she looks right in your eyes. So,
Fine, I turn invisible.
you know Kozak.
I go to school with Kozak. I am friends with Kozak. I've rescued Kozak. I've been searching for you with Kozak, who is with me on this island as we speak.
What are you doing on this island? I bartered for his safety. Why would you come here?
Because he's safe and we need you back. He won't shut up about it. You got to come with me.
I can't. I
Wanna
come to
bet?
I come here every third day. I come here, but I return within a certain amount of time. If I don't, they will come looking for me. They have sent patrols here if I've spent too much time in the caves in the past. I have to go back.
Are they close enough for me to be able to reach them?
However, I will return in 3 days.
3 days is a fair bet. At
But
least
do
I
I
know you're
trust you?
alive. How can you
Where-
not trust me? Haven't you heard of me? I'm Bond, Knuckles Bond.
Where would I have heard of you?
At school.
What school?
The school back at... Have you heard of Dusty Biscuits?
What was the name of the school that you would have met my son?
God damn, I don't remember the name of the school. Where is it that we're from again?
And he explains the name of the school and the name of the
Magnamar.
School in Magnamar, where my father runs the Dusty Biscuits. It's a very
I know of this.
reputable establishment. See, you knew me.
She was about not to tell you anything. You don't even know what city you're from. You're killing me. The School of the Four Winds. Yeah, you're all right. What was the name of your teacher?
Crom laughs at your
Crom.
4 wins.
Crom.
Doesn't matter when you roll a 24.
She tells you there are forces at work here. They are planning something very large.
I tell her I was under the impression that she was charmed by the
No, I bartered for my son's safety.
by what's his nuts, the dragon.
Asmodee
Asmodee.
promised to set my son free and would never pursue him again if I went with him.
I sit down. Look, lass, I'm only 17 and I know that's a pile.
I don't know if I like you.
You're going to trust me.
I'm not so sure. Bring my son here in 3 days. I shall return at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
3 days it is.
And she finishes dressing and she's still standing there naked.
Please do continue.
She is not necessary. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Really?
Right?
You're winking at her. Oh, and you can make a roll. You do have a way.
15,
So
17,
you-
32.
You do have a way. You have been around women your entire life. You
Brothel.
have this
Brothel.
You have this boyish charm about you, and you can tell she just smiles and winks at you, and obviously something you've never seen before, but we'll see later.
Well, lady, I leave you to it. I'm invisible. I'm out. Heading up the top of the volcano to meet my lads.
Off you go. So
Bravado, ladies and gentlemen. Bravado.
you all meet back up on the top of the volcano in the caldera, looking down upon the keep
in the distance.
and now it's time for a break.
Yay!
Because I gotta go. And nobody can run the adventure while I'm gone.
Oh, that was awesome.
All right.
I
I'm
can.
Taking over the
Oh yeah,
adventure.
just go take a break.
It's 3 days later. You guys are in the caves.
Now, 3 days later, now. I told you, you never shut up about it if we don't talk to you. All right, fellas, genius idea to have me skirt around and follow mom. I was worried about it. The dice were kind.
You guys are ruining. Why is Water Cheetah on the ground? She's eating. She's still eating chips. My custom made Aryan Blackthorn Creations boat.
Which they don't hear any of that because we're all unplugged.
My mic's live laying there in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Mine is too. Mine's connected.
That stuff is so good. Oh my good. Good. That is a high quality Christmas present, I will say. Patty bought me that from, I don't know where she got it.
So
Ventura Farmers Market or something?
I don't think I've made a roll yet tonight.
No. But Bond has.
No. And so has Acrocell.
008. Talked your way out of a freaking fight.
That was. That we were just talking about. Like that's.
No,
I could just
Acrocell
see-
did that.
Yeah.
Acrocell did that.
Acrocell did that, and I could just see the gears turning in your.
Yeah. 41. Sorry, 41?
Well.
What else are we going to do tonight?
Well.
What else are we going to do tonight? I thought the whole night you were going to be stuck in that room. Well, apparently not. You guys got your way out of that room in a heartbeat. And I'm like, the rest of this has all been ad-lib.
It's been awesome.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah. Total ad-lib. You were not supposed to be out of that room yet.
That's been no
That
Affleck.
fight would have gone for an hour and a half. Instead, it took all of about 45 seconds. Nicely done.
Is that true? Yes. This
Yeah,
one
they
has
did.
no.
Because I drilled that first one. It was like, that didn't kill her in the first
We're an
shot.
hour and a half in.
Okay.
All right.
I made you go an hour and a half without a break. I'm an
Yeah.
evil DM.
That's good
We
stuff.
all took a break while you were stuck at the
Yes.
table for the whole hour and a half.
Let me see. Wait. Oh, yeah, I still got your phone. All night long.
All night long.
Wait a minute. What are those? Oh, 54 minutes ago.
Water Cheetah. Water Cheetah's still eating chips in the bay.
Rawr.
She doesn't ever get out to come out and play.
Nor
Yeah.
will she. While a
Someday.
certain thing is being held hostage all night long.
All night. That's
Someday.
not new, is it? The prow?
No, that's always been there.
That's been
I
there.
sculpted that.
What a beautiful boat.
What a beautiful boat.
You were up on the top of the caldera.
All of us?
Mhm.
All right.
Knuckles, you come walking up to the party. Please, enlighten them.
Oh. Kozak, I have found your mom. However,
Why didn't you charm her up here?
no. Nope. Without using charm, well, using my charms.
Ugh.
Your mother informed me she made a deal for your life.
I'm the son of Karakoon. She should know better.
Apparently, that was more important to her than her life. So she's been taken prisoner to keep you safe.
And you asked her about my father's sword.
I did not.
I'm gonna go back in time real quick with that roll that you made. She gave it to you to give to him.
What?
So there's this giant. As I.
Oh, that was Papa's sword she had?
Mhm.
Ah.
So you'll notice, and
That
I'm
roll,
sorry for
yep.
this.
She really likes you. Now.
There's a line all the way up the mountain, and over the lip and down right behind me,
What the
where the
GM
tip of the sword was carving up.
What the GM forgets is that sword is made out of a very, very special metal and it's super light, but that's okay.
He's still got a strength of 1.
Right, it's,
Sorry,
you know,
his might is
might
a 1.
of 1.
Hey, at
It's
least,
a 1.
at least we have a trail back down to the
There's no
cave.
chance of missing where we're going, lads. I've made sure of that. Well, your father's sword has. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So
Continue.
she gave this for me to give to you.
Now I just need my.
And she told you to tell him never to leave it on the ground again.
Or in the sludge, or where the spiders are, or where there's sludge and poop and things. Yeah. It seems clean. I don't know if I'd lick it. And she'll be back in 3 days.
If you rewind back the tapes, it
At the
was
back.
lost in a sewer.
He dropped it in the sewer and never picked it up.
And my father still hasn't responded, so we have to get my mother.
Lesson. Right, so Mum will be back in 3 days.
It took you almost a day to get to the top, so you have 2 days to get back down there.
Okay. All right. Let's boogie.
As you come down off the collar, you're coming down down the volcano, and it's starting to get dark. You're about halfway down the volcano, and you see off in the distance over here. I'm going to say it's on this side of the island, so to speak, is you can see your ship.
Told you I know what it looked like.
And it
Told you.
And at this moment, the ship is sailing in a direction that's kind of going away from where you guys are. But you're pretty sure if you were to haul butt down there, you could probably signal it, but it's going to take you a half a day to get down to within range.
Use your
Where
acorn.
you're going to go the wrong direction.
Use your acorn. Light this side of the volcano up.
That acorn puts a flame of about 10 feet tall. It's not going to light the whole volcano up.
But there's no scrub. They might be able to see the flare as we're going.
So you have a choice to make at this moment. You can either go signal your ship.
And relay our info to Captain Jack.
Or the
Captain
ship you
Drax.
might lose, and you are going to go down and
Wait,
go
is
back to the cave.
This is not Captain Jack's. This is Drax's.
That's
It's Drax. But he'll take it back to Captain Jack.
Yes, and I say we do both, and if we don't get the ship, we continue on from Imam.
All right.
I say we notify the ship. Make sure that we do that. Because then they'll do their attack, right? And distract the forces. Hopefully we can time it on a day she's at the bath.
How much have you been drinking?
Tons.
That was coherent and brilliant.
I know!
That was rather.
So we know she shows up there every 3 days.
Every 3 days.
She can get us information every time she shows up there about troop dispositions, munitions, where
Most of that
their
already
supply
anyway.
depots are, what ships are coming in, what ships are leaving.
If she knows
when
that.
shithead's there,
Yeah,
because
when
I am
shithead's
going to
there.
put 17,000 arrows in that mother.
Who?
Asmodee.
Oh, just asking.
Did you say
There was no discussion of
I
that.
don't know.
Right?
You didn't bring that up.
I did not bring that up.
So
Well, no, I did for a second. Remember that?
Yeah, but then you forgot because you
remind me,
thought you
'cause-
were just so
Yeah,
bitchin',
I'm
dude.
so awesome.
I'm so awesome.
Let's see you roll that when you're talking to a lady. All right. We have to hightail it down to the
ship.
beach.
So you're going to have to hightail it over to here. You are probably not, I mean, when you do this, you realize it's going to be extremely difficult to get back to the cave in the allotted time because she's only in there for an hour or two.
Right.
So at this moment, you can't do both. You're going to have to pick.
What do you
or the
mean?
other.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us.
So you're gonna
It's
split up
his
again?
mom. We'll go get the ship. Go get your mom.
listen, we know when she comes. So we won't be able to plan the attack the next time she comes, the time after that. So in 5 days' time, we'll tell them to attack the bay.
Well, that's
in,
if-
in
how far-
mid-afternoon.
But we don't know where Captain Jack is exactly.
They know where he's at. They'll send word to him. Right?
Mm-hmm. So it could be
Because
more than 5 days.
Captain
is what you're
Jack
saying.
told us we needed to scout out the island
Mhm.
and so we can get word to him. So he told us where to meet him, I'm sure.
You're quite
As
Tortuga?
much as I
Tortuga.
Tortuga?
as much as I'm afraid for my mother, she did this for me. We're doing it for her. I agree. We'll get word to the ship and we'll see if we can meet her
On this
On the
In
next
4
sixth
days.
day, right?
In
Okay.
4 days from now.
So you
And
go
if-
down. You're able to flag down the ship. Okay, the ship comes ashore.
No gobbly?
They're looking at you. Where's our captain?
First mate, right here. And Gobbledygook says we need to do this. Do you remember where we're supposed to meet Captain Jack? Go to Captain Jack. Tell him we have full intel. 400 to 500 men in the castle.
Wow.
And there is a
We-
dreadnought.
Why don't we just jump on the ship and go to Captain Jack and come back with him?
I'm not leaving my mom here for more than 3 days, and that's going to be more than a 3 days ride. We need to
You're
get them
supposed to report back.
We're supposed to report back.
without Gobbledygook.
We can go without Gobbledygook. He'll be our scout here. He's taking great notes right now and writing them all down and the exact numbers and dispositions, and he's probably even drawn up some battle maps for us. So we're fine there.
Fine.
Your faith in Gobbledygook is overwhelming.
My concern
I'm
is
holding Iomade personally responsible if anything happens to my mother.
Understood. She will protect her
Prayers every night for her.
every day.
Then yes, let's go report back to Captain Jack what we have seen.
So you guys get on the boat.
And none. Wait. There are individuals here who, out of the crew, has seen the dreadnought.
None of them.
No, the ship.
Oh,
went
they
around.
haven't. Yeah, they sailed. They have all they've seen is raiders.
No,
They've-
they gave us the report.
Did
we,
they?
We took.
Oh, they
we
did
took
it as
Chad.
it was leaving.
Yes,
as it
but
was
so
leaving.
they've seen.
Yes.
So they can report exactly
Yes.
what that thing looks like.
Yeah, it's half the size of the island. All right, that's a bit of an exaggeration,
Okay.
but it's big.
It's
It's
monstrous.
big.
Yeah, it's like, what, 17 miles long?
So you guys are on the boat. Everybody get on the boat.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And first
As
mate,
you begin, as the boat lifts anchor and begins to sail,
Captain Kozak.
you hear piercing in your ears. Your ears are almost ready to bleed. Have you forgotten so soon your promise?
crap. We need more time.
No, it's
We
right.
all hear it, or
Promise.
did she hear it?
I
You
did.
see blood pouring out of his ears. Pretty much.
We gotta go back and get the treasure.
No, we got to get Captain Jack. And if we need,
We
to go-
can. We can.
There's blood coming out of his ears.
then we get off the ship and send them for Captain Jack.
We gotta report back.
They can report back.
So you are going to go get the treasure?
I have to. I can't leave.
Yeah.
So
You will-
we're
you will-
going-
it will kill you.
Yeah.
It
So-
will consume you.
So you guys go. I'll stay.
No.
Nope.
No.
I will.
All
Take-
right.
So you're going to go over and load up the
Readings.
treasure?
Yes, the ship is going to go over to here.
You go over there. You go in. You load up the treasure. You bring it back to the boat.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
You get caught in another couple of traps. You're swinging up in the trees.
That sucks.
All this takes place. It's been about a day and a half.
That's all it took to get all that shit?
Yep.
Okay. Good. We're not that far behind.
And Michaela is now due back at the cave in.
Well, she's
Hours.
already been there once.
Yep, she already been there, but you figure by your calculations she should be coming back.
So if we sail back
In a
over
day.
here, we can run up to the cave and
Because it took us a half day.
Chad
to
can actually show you
get
the
to
way.
ship.
Yep, and Chad can
And
show
Chad
us.
will show us
knows
the
right
way.
where those caves are.
and plus there's a big scrape mark in the middle of the jungle.
There's a trail.
Scar up the volcano.
Any of you scallywags take any of this treasure, and Gobbledygook is going to take that pistol and walk you clean off the plank, just like Joffrey.
Why don't you tell them the truth about the treasure?
Treasure's cursed. If you take it, you will die. Did you hear that piercing that made me bleed? I'm an angel of Iomade, and I got my brain scrambled from that.
Here we go again.
Chad, quickly to the tunnels. For me, Mom.
So the boat sails back around. Now there's boats traveling as you guys go through. This is crowded waters, but you're able to navigate back in time. Put you back ashore. You guys go on your little away boat, the away team. Paddles ashore, goes off.
That was the teleporter. Zoom, zapping us in to the cave.
Teleporter. The teleporter. Nice. The teleporter.
It was a police box.
It's getting in the afternoon. You know that we're about that time. You're going to have to make haste to get there.
Well, yes. So, do you need a roll from me for the haste?
No, because you can actually.
You can actually haste. Who's got
Yeah.
haste?
He does.
So you're going to buff. Someone's going to buff the party with haste.
Yes.
Off you guys go. You approach the caves.
Slowly,
And what do you
with
do?
caution.
Oh, regeneration.
What do you do?
We'll send in
I'll
Knuckles
put up
invisible.
regeneration.
Knuckles Bond.
Knuckles Bond.
Where are you guys waiting?
Please.
So we're over here now. We're outside the caves.
Okay, so remember all those times we didn't set up any guards or go in really stealthy like and stuff and actually just had a big fight? Why don't we send you in?
Yeah, how about that?
We'll go hide in various places outside of the caves. Give us a double hoot and a fart, and then we'll come in and rescue you.
I'm sorry,
That's
Angel.
no fun.
Acrocell, what did you say?
Double hoot and a fart.
How are you an angel of Iomedae?
Fallen.
And do you
There's a
ever want to
reason for
rise
that.
up again?
Oh, I will.
Then let's use some.
All right. So we're hasted, regenerating, telepathic with an acorn.
Well, do we need acorn? Oh, you need
He
the
always
light to
has
go
the
in.
acorn.
I always have the acorn.
Okay.
It's like a
Always.
bark skin
He's
at
got,
level
he's got
5.
the dragon. He's
Right.
got the acorn. This guy's got his
I
hands
had the
full.
dragon
I-
last.
Oh, that's true. Would you like to hold on to the
No,
dragon?
nope,
It's fine,
you need
'cause
it.
I could bark skin and be a cloud of inky bark.
In you go.
In I go. Creeping in. Dun, dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, dun.
Yes.
Um,
Back down.
And Chad's with us.
Hiding.
He's well. You guys are all outside.
right.
So
So
are we
I-
telepathically connected again?
oh yeah. So I slide into the cave, like against the walls, making sure that who's
So the
in is
raw
supposed to be in.
emotion that comes out of Knuckles, because now he's kind of been around her a little bit, and now he's looking a little deeper as she's doing the backstroke in the water.
Oh, wait. I'm doing a perception
Buck
check.
naked.
I'm doing
Wait.
Do we
you,
get to
you
see?
you sense the arousal. Knuckles is aroused.
That wasn't a good perception check at all, was it?
So you're sensing that he sees her alone in there, and he's watching her as he's just sitting there invisible, and she's swimming around naked, and Knuckles is.
Back to
I
business.
avert my eye and throw a
no,
stone into the water.
Oh, no, you don't.
Business.
No,
Business.
no, no.
Get back to business.
16-year-old hormones are taking over as you are looking at her swimming
17.
around.
Wait.
17.
I dip my toes in the water.
Is it
You
McKenna?
all feel.
No.
You can all. You're all connected. You just like.
Time out!
Oh my God, what's he gonna do?
Time out. Is it McKenna or is it my girl?
There's no hair on this one.
Do I sense that?
Yes.
I know
It's not
he's
your
getting
girl.
aroused because I'd get
You
aroused.
guys all
It's
get
not your girl.
you guys all get the Michaela is here, and I do a once around the cave to make sure it's only
Oh,
her.
you're not. You're just.
Really? Really? Really?
Yes, he is.
Really?
And you. And you're. What are you doing? You. All this is coming into your brain right
Yes,
now.
and I am.
You don't have to roll.
Are you sure?
Are you trying to win her over?
22.
I'm leaving my.
I sit
pose.
down
you
on
gonna
the
hold
edge
her
of the
down?
water and kick my feet in it.
Oh!
And I'm moving.
Oh,
And
he's
haste.
holding her
And
towel.
moving in
Holding your
haste.
towel for her.
I'm moving in
lady.
haste.
Moving in haste.
Post haste?
As you
Oh, as fast as my little feet can move.
As you come running in the room, you see Knuckles sitting there with his feet in the water, splashing along, holding the towel, and your mom is walking out.
Glistening?
Yeah, and I don't.
Glistening.
Straight
in
up
the
Bo
water.
Derek from 10.
Absolutely.
And I'm not
Hairs and braids.
I'm not even looking
Going
at mom.
back.
All I see is blood in my eyes, and somebody's going into that water deep.
As you come running in, that's where we will cut it for today.
Thank you,
You've
everyone.
been wanting to do that for 3 sessions now.
Oh,
you.
thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Loved it.
Next time.
We will come back in the cave.
Come back in the cave.
Somebody's got to go turn the table.
Nobody's coming in again.
At least not till she gets dressed.
Oh.
Yeah, Knuckles.
Can't,
Are you
what?
making a play for?
No idea what you're talking about.
You are.
What?
And you know how to seduce women because you have been around them your entire
Whole
life. and
brothel
they,
thing?
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Dude, if I keep rolling explosions like that when I talk to her,
I
there's
failed
gonna be
every roll
fireworks.
tonight. Every roll I failed. I failed.